The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and read it, you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park.
Yamro! Yamro! どうだな助けに来た男に殺される気分は鉄十字団に恨みを持つ麻薬刑事さスパイダーストリング格闘技世界チャンピオンスパイダーマン
That's right, folks. That right there is without question a better directed and acted movie than Captain Marvel ever was. Like, seriously.
That was a memory.
There you go, folks. Little start for your MCU Bleeding Edge Friday Live there for you folks. A little Dr. Phil, a little classic of the Asian persuasion, as I like to call it. But anyways, folks, welcome to the live Friday night, March 29th, 2024. I'm trying to get ahead here, I guess. I want to get farther.
What's going on, Cyber? Are you starting to get fucking TrueKnowledge-itis?
I'm assuming here. No, I think it's because of Andres. Him and his time traveling is always, screwing everything.
It was
up.
my fault that he was late.
I don't care whose fault, blah, blah, blah. Timecop is always late. He's just Timecop. Anyways.
Somebody wants to kiss you, Cyber.
Oh, damn.
Kissing me. What the fuck?
Heck yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, man. We do. Hey, Cyber, we do eventually we'd start getting some groupies, bruh.
I guess so. That's odd.
Here it is.
Anyways,
I'll tell you.
Whoever Facebook user you are, I have
good
no
times.
idea. But anyways, so welcome to the live. Like I said, we are here March 29th, 2024 to discuss the 2013 film Pacific Rim. And, it's a great film, wonderful film. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. So we're going to be talking about it tonight. Okay. And so you're like, guys are all screwing me up. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
look at that shit. Facebook user, you fucked Cyber up.
Yep, you did. Because
props to you.
I would remember who I kissed, whoever you are, but I don't recall kissing anybody from Facebook. Recently, anyways.
Was it a man?
No, I don't swing that way, unfortunately. Not into that. But anyways.
Sir, will you remind us, alcoholic beverage drinking folks out there, what the drinking words are so we can get the drinking game shit on point?
Yes, I will do that, sir. So everyone just shut the fuck up and listen. Anyways, so everyone is here tonight. We got Allan, of course, from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast returning. It's great to have you, Allan. Of course, we have Mr. Timecop Andres here from, of course, his wonderful solo content that he does. We have of course, Mr. Co-moderator, co-host, Mr. Jeff S. TrueKnowledge. Welcome to the party. But like I said, we're going to be talking about Pacific Rim from 2013, folks, directed by the great Guillermo del Toro. If you have not seen one of Guillermo del Toro's films, you should definitely check them out. Really great films. Guillermo, whatever. And I'm going to say it how I want to, Allan, Guillermo. And, he is a great director. He did, of course, the first two Hellboys. And, I have Fangirls, apparently. Shape of Water, Pan's Labyrinth, He's directed a lot of great films over the years, lots of good stuff that I've really enjoyed. And this is one of those great films I feel that should definitely be talked about in his filmography that he's done.
He stole that title from me. That Shape of Water title. He stole that from me for one of my acid trips back in the day.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Good to know. Guillermo, why did you steal that from Jeff? How dare you? Anyways, so yeah, like I said, Guillermo del Toro directed this film. Came out July 12th of 2013. Just had its 10th year anniversary last year, coming up on its 11th year this July. If you're not familiar with who's in this film, we of course have Charlie Hunnam, we have Idris Elba, we have Charlie Day, Ryuko Kikuchi, and of course Ron Perlman, which I don't know how to say her last name. I really don't give a shit, but I'm just telling you. Anyways, yeah. So drinking game tonight, folks. All of us on the panel are participating. Even those that don't drink alcohol, they are drinking whatever beverage of choice. But the drinking words tonight will be Pacific Rim, will be Charlie Day, Charlie Hunnam. Also, anytime you say kaiju, monster, alien, any of those will be considered a part of the drinking game, so you must take a drink. Anytime you also say either Marshall or Riley, those are the other two phrases that will be for tonight. And I feel that definitely out of the drinking words tonight, kaiju will be definitely our biggest one we'll be using. So I don't know.
Well, you just say kaiju.
Well, we haven't started the game yet, Alan.
Oh.
I'm explaining the terms, sir.
Oh, okay.
So after I finish explaining the words, then we'll start participating in the drinking game, sir. Anyways, yeah, I don't know why it's echoing, sir. I have no idea, but
you're not echoing anymore, sir. It was just a very fleeting thing.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
Very similar to my stamina sexually at times with the ladies here and there when I'm rusty.
That's true. Anyways, so we're here to talk about the great Pacific Rim. So if you're not familiar with the film, it's a sci-fi action adventure film that is just really fun. And it's just a all-around great film. Take a drink, everyone. Pacific Rim was said. Oh, take a second drink.
Basically, the way you shape the drink words, we're just going to be drinking. I'm just going to drink because it's going to be drinking words fucking constantly. So I'm just going to drink constantly.
Yeah, just go ahead and drink. Don't worry about the words. Everybody start drinking.
Yep. All right. So this movie was made for $180 to $200 million back in 2013. It ended up hauling in 411 at the box office. So it's actually considered a box office success. Hence why it ended up getting a sequel in 2018. And is a, I think a powerhouse film. I mean, if you got to see it in 3D, awesome. There was definitely a few parts that were really awesome in 3D. And, at the time, that was a lot of money in 2013, but don't forget how much digital effects had to be used in this film. So,
well, and the director also.
Well, yeah.
That's like almost coming up. That's like approaching Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame level budget type status.
Yeah. I mean, this movie was very, considering that Guillermo del Toro was very popular at the time, especially after making the two Hellboys and making a few other films prior to this film. He was high demand, so I'm sure that probably like $100 million of that was just for him to direct it. So I mean, the other $100 million was probably for the CGI and the rest of the actors. So I mean, he was a very high profile director. So that pricing really wasn't shocking, I felt, for this film, especially because it was so heavily CGI'd, especially with all the Jaeger's drink. $180 remake. I think that's what the guy was talking about in the.
We can do it.
Bleeding Shed.
We can do it. The four of us, me and Allan and you and fucking Andres, we can make it work.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, make a remake for $180, people.
I've got the camera equipment. We could go to like Goodwills and Salvation Army and shit like that, and whatnot for all of our shit, right? Our gear.
Most definitely. Yeah, there you go, people. We're gonna do a remake for you guys. It's gonna be called something Rim. It's not gonna be called Pacific Rim. Oh, Drake.
Yeah.
Anyways, excellent, guys. Good job. All right, so this film is a little over 2.5 hours. Or almost it's about 2 hours and 12 minutes long. And it is action-packed from beginning to end. It's a great film. I definitely feel that this film has a very strong, beginning, middle, and end. Like it's very well divided throughout this film, which makes it very easy to talk about, I feel. So basically how I'll be talking about this film tonight is basically those three sections of the film: beginning, middle, and end of the film. Now, there's a lot of great characters. If there's any characters you guys want to talk about, feel free to talk about them. I think another great character that's in this film that I haven't mentioned his name yet is Burn Gorman, that plays, Dr. Newt's other sidekick that's with him in the lab. He's really awesome. Absolutely love Burn Gorman. He plays really great characters. And I think he's a really honorable mention. Really enjoyed him.
Wait a minute. If I mention any of their names, will I have to drink?
No.
Oh, my bad.
If you want to, I will.
Well, you like to drink anyways, Al. Anyways, no. I told you, Jeff. Raleigh is one. Marshall is one. Idris Elba and Chunny Hanham. So
I know.
So make sure you listen, sir, or I have to reach through here and bitch slap you.
You should have the daddy stick. I shouldn't have it. I don't know why I got this for myself. You should have it. Honestly, it'd be more footing. It'd be more suitable and whatnot if you had it compared to me. I just look stupid with it.
If you say so, sir.
Because I'm what's called a soft knob.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm a gentle knob.
But don't you need it to help fight the kangaroos?
In the BDSM community, I am considered a gentle knob, but I am fucking kaiju fucking Pacific Rim level fighter and shit when it comes to fighting rubes.
Kaiju.
Right? I can fight kangaroos in my sleep, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't need the paddle to fight the ruse. Okay, I got you. Excellent.
You can't use weapons when you fight a rube. It's against the sacrilegious, fighting codes and shit of Australia. It's got to be hand to hand when you fight a rube. You know what I'm saying, Allan?
Oh yes, I've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the person that was in the comment section that said Facebook user, I don't know who the hell you are, but some fake African account of some sort. So, yeah, I never kissed you, bro. Anyways,
I'd slap your ass with this fucking stick, bitch.
That daddy stick.
Probably.
I think I know. I think I know if Cyber kissed you, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyways, folks, that's just great to know.
Who the fuck ever called you Miss you Shark? Who the fuck calls you Shark?
I know. Yeah.
What is this, Rizzle?
Yeah, apparently, I guess.
Frankie, you motherfucker.
Could be. Who knows? Anyways, there was that echo again. Okay, guys. So, first question for you guys. So, overall, on this watch, the recent watch, one, was this your first time watching it, or how many times have you watched it? And two, revisiting it today or whenever you watched it recently, did your opinion on it change at all from the very first time you watched it? Starting with you, Allan.
I've watched it a few times. It's probably 5, maybe 6 times. maybe more than that, because when it comes on TV, I watch it. No, nothing changed on it. I mean, it was a good movie. I mean, when it first came out, I mean, I knew about Guillermo del Toro, so I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna watch it because he's directing it. And then the Kaijus.
Oh, Drake.
I mean, when I had known that about when I was a kid, we were watching anime, so it was like, it's a good movie. That there was no different, and that my opinion didn't change at all watching it this time through. Now I didn't realize it was that long ago, 2013. I was surprised about that because it still seems fresh.
Agreed. I definitely agree there. Even though this movie's over a decade old, the CGI really is held out. Like, it still looks really great, especially if you have the 4K version or if you watch the 4K version of this film. It's really superior. And I think Warner Brothers did a great job of doing that 4K edit when they released it. So I think that it looks really good. So I agree there, Alan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Idris, same question, sir.
So same thing with Allan. I saw this a couple times before this rewatch. I'm a huge fan of Del Toro. He's great. I mean, I love the two Hellboy films. Blade 2, come on, let's not forget about Blade 2. Of course, Pan's Lambert, great film. Shape of Water, which I was so happy he won for Best Director, which was great. The recent Pinocchio was really great, and this one was really cool. I didn't see it in theaters in 2013 because at the time I wasn't really familiar with these like anime creatures, the things that my friends were into, that were like Godzilla, level types, and I was like, oh, okay, I like Godzilla, but I wasn't into those like giant creatures, movies, and I saw the title and I was like, oh, that's the Turtle film. Let me see it, and it was amazing. Nothing has changed. I still love it. It's actually my personal favorite sci-fi film. It's high in my ranking of it. I did like a ranking of sci-fi a long time ago, and I put it in my list because it's just so beautiful. Like the turtle just oozes the love of the kaiju. Drink to that. Sandra, which is great because he really respects that, just like the monster creature, Sandra. The fantasy Sandra, like he cares about these Sandras because they're me. I don't know if you guys hear about his speech. Every movie is not for kids or like that. It was everything is important. I think that's one of the things I like about this movie. Is that he really takes serious about this creature monster film in a way that Americans don't do. Like you watch the Godzilla films from the American side, they don't do what makes a creature like future really work, and that's why I enjoy about this movie the most. So I'm very excited to talk about it. But 10 years. I can't believe it's been a little 11 years now.
Yeah.
If you check my channel, I did like a 10th anniversary tribute for this film. And it was really great. So I really adored this film. So I'm just excited to talk about it.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Jeff, same question, sir.
Probably my fourth or fifth watch today. And it did not change my opinion on the film. Really hardcore, maybe a little bit. It did. Now that I really kind of like went hardcore, like uber focused on it while I was watching it, I found some of the suppositional scenes a little bit slow, more than I did maybe in past years. Right, this is probably the first time I've watched the film in I don't know 9 years. All those other watches were during the first year it came out. Right, in 2013, it would have been on like HBO, or Cinemax or something like that. I pulled it up on DirecTV and just happened to come across the film and just watched it. I didn't see it in the theater, unfortunately. I wish I would have, because I bet it probably looked outstanding.
Yeah, it was.
Like seriously. I mean, I thought to myself multiple times during the movie today that some of the scenes, the action scenes, probably played so much more effectively in the theater. You know, I mean, not even IMAX, right? Like you saw or whatever, Cyber. Not even like, or not IMAX, but not even like, you know, with the 3D or anything like that and all that. Just watching it on the big screen, I would think. Even watching it now, right, on the big screen, would really blow up what's already like such a disgusting fucking like move they did with the way they scaled with the shooting, the size of the fucking the kaijus and the
Drake.
And the transformer looking fucking things. There you go. I see. That's a little Andre's cop out. No, but the way that they shot them at the scale that they shot them, to where all the shots with them, they're so huge. They shot them to be as large as they possibly could look to your own size as a human being, you know. You know, or Zool, you know, the ghost demon, the dog demon. Either way, I love that aspect of the film, and I'll pretty much leave it from there. Was there anything else but your question other than just like my thoughts on the watch? Were there any other aspects to your question besides just my thoughts on the watch or my overall thoughts from watching it?
Nope. That was it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Excellent job, sir. Excellent job. Giant 500 points for you tonight, sir. What a great job.
You hear that, Andres? You motherfucker. I already got 500 points, bitch.
Good job. Good job, sir. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, this is probably, I probably watched this at least a dozen or more times over the years since it came out. I saw it in theaters, like I said, in July of 2013 and saw it in 3D. I wasn't originally going to see it in 3D, but the showing that I came across, that just happened to be in 3D, so I saw it in 3D. And I just remember being in awe and just how huge the monsters and the Jaegers were. Oh, drink twice. And just how cool they looked and just how amazing it was. And the detail at the time was just so impressive. And I've always been a big fan of giant robots kicking butt. Any movie that has to do with robots, I've always loved. And so when I saw the preview for this coming out, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, giant robots kicking butt? I'm like, hell yeah, that's a movie for me. Because if you remember back in the late 80s, early 90s, there's a couple films that came out called Robot Jocks. And there was another one, I think it was something Wars. And both of them were basically about like giant robots that were battling each other and stuff like that. And I remember when Real Steel came out in 2011, and with Hugh Jackman, and once again, robots. I was like, yes. So, you know, anything robots, I absolutely love. So this movie was like totally like, as soon as I saw the trailer, not even 5 seconds in, I saw a giant robot. I was like, I'm there. That's my movie. And I have loved this movie ever since. Such a great movie. All right. Great job, guys. All great. All right. So basically, this movie starts off, gives you a brief explanation of what's going on. It's supposed to be, you know, current day at the time in 2013, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these giant alien monsters come out. Oh, double drink. And start wreaking havoc. And in the background, we have Charlie Hunnam explaining it. Oh, drink. And so he basically explains that, you know, out of nowhere, all of a sudden these giant creatures came out of nowhere and started, you know, demolishing and killing and destroying cities. And they tried regular, you know, army stuff, and that did no effect to these monsters. Oh, drink.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sir, you got to make up. That's 5. And
I'm going to slam that whole thing.
There you go. And so basically they end up deciding to make giant robots to help battle these creatures. And so basically that's when the whole Jaeger program was created. Oh, Drake.
Jesus Christ, Cyber, what the fuck? Andre Cyber, what the fuck, man?
We gotta up the drinking game, you know, because of how little we had towards the end of the last one. But anyways, so they basically created these giant robots to take on these creatures, and basically, you know, Charlie Hunnam's character and his brother, Drake.
Wow, I'm gonna like this one.
I knew these drinking words were going to be a problem.
Oh well, and so after they have become like some of the best fighters in the robot program, basically, and are the kind of the go-to to take on giant creatures that come. So 5 years pass, and they're at the top of their game. They have really high records. They pretty much have destroyed every monster that has come their way. Oh, drink. And they get called out for a mission. And so they suit up, they get into the robot and start making their way to intercept this supposed creature. And while they're out there, all of a sudden they notice that there's a civilian boat out there. And so, you know, they basically are told to intersect the creature, and that's it. But they unfortunately see that they have to save this boat, and so they decide to save the boat while taking on this creature. So basically they end up trying to, you know, they save the boat and end up all of a sudden out of nowhere, this creature comes out of nowhere and starts attacking them. And basically they end up starting to kick its butt and pretty much have kicked its butt, and they think they have killed it. And after they get the boat out of the way, and all of a sudden, you know, over in Command Center, they're saying they still see a signature from the creature. And so all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the creature comes back out of the water and attacks them and basically rips off one of their arms. And that happens to be the one side that Riley is controlling. Up, Drake. So as he's like acting in pain and stuff because he feels like his arm got ripped up because he's neurologically connected to the robot. The brother tries to use the other arm to destroy the creature. Well, unfortunately, as it's happening, the brother gets ripped out of the top of the head of the robot and gets killed. And basically, you know, Riley's left there, Drake, to basically take on this thing after his brother has just been killed. And it shows the arm lighting up, and then it goes black. And so all of a sudden it goes to a shore where there's this son and father kind of searching around the beach looking for stuff. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, out of the shadows, or out of the fog, I should say, all of a sudden a giant robot starts walking towards them. And basically it's Charlie Hunnam's character, Drake, basically controlling this Jaeger. Oh, drink again. By himself, when supposedly you have to have two people to control one of these robots. And, you know, basically bringing it to the shore and crashing on the shore. And he comes walking out, at, you know, all screwed up and falls over. And the guys, you know, the father and son are like, oh, he tells to the son, he goes like, go get help. And basically then that's when we get the great Pacific Rim shot saying the movie's here. Oh, Drake. All right. So now it's another 5 years later. And basically, you know, the head of command is trying to still get funding for his robot program because basically we're losing the fight to these creatures. The breaches keep getting more and more recent, less intervals between. And basically, they think that building these giant walls are going to help deter these creatures from breaking through and destroying cities. And so, Idris Elba, our marshal, double drink, is, basically the head of the program and trying to get this, keep the funding coming, because he has a strategy that he's come up with to try to end this war altogether. And so basically all the heads are like, we'll fund you through this time and then that's it. And this program is up. It's not doing anything. We're gonna work on these walls and that's it. So even though, he's basically told that he's not going to get any funding, he's trying to figure out the time he has left, what he can do to really do that. And he starts to kind of think of his plan. So after that, he decides to go looking for our head honcho, Mr. One Man piloting a robot guy. And basically goes to look for him and finds him in Alaska, where he's helping build one of the walls in Alaska.
Build the wall.
Build the wall. And so he ends up, finding him, talking to him, and, basically says, I need your help. I know it's been 5 years, but we got one last line of defense we want to try. And, basically we're at our wit's end and, pretty much all the robots have been destroyed. And, our main guy, he basically, didn't realize how dire the straits were. Yeah,
Cyber, you're going deep up into this bitch.
Yes, I am. And so basically,
sometimes you got to pay extra for that.
I love that. I love this movie. I want to talk about.
So you got the full arm up with that cow pussy, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
You got it. and so basically, he makes kind of a speech to the main guy and gets him to say yes and come and help. And so they end up going to the command center over in Japan or Hong Kong, not Japan. And end up going there and he meets kind of like this, wonderful Asian girl that is kind of like a surrogate daughter to Marshall. Drink.
Yeah, hot Asian chick.
Oh, she's kind of an asshole.
Who is Ryuko Kokichi, and
Riku.
I forget what her name is in the movie. I having a hard time remembering her name in the movie. Hold on,
Mako.
Is it
Mako?
Yeah, Mako. Yep. Mako Murray. So Mako, who is awesome, I think, and like Allan said, very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And
all the fucking chicks from Japan are fucking hot.
Because she's from China. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm about 4 beers in.
She's coming.
Nah, she's Japanese.
Yeah, she's Japanese.
I think so. Yeah, Yeah, with that name, yeah, that sounds like a Japanese last name. But anyways,
the Chinese chicks are too dedicated to communism to be in films and shit and whatnot.
Is that it?
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, so he meets Meiko and is kind of introduced to her, and she's speaking to Marshall Drake in Japanese or Chinese or whatever, whatever Asian culture it is. And Raleigh knows exactly what you say because he says it to her in her native language, Drake. And basically, goes in and is kind of introduced to the place and is, shown around. Basically he's told what robots are left we have, of course, the only Mark V that's left, which is the Striker, Eureka. Then we have the only Mark I that's still left, which is run by a German team, which I forget what the name of that one is, but it's another badass robot. Then we have, of course, the triplets from, I believe it was China, that run Typhoon, which is
don't forget She-Hulk. They got She-Hulk too.
They don't have She-Hulk. No. She-Hulk does not exist.
3 Jaegers and She-Hulk.
That's okay. And then, of course, they are basically rebuilding Gypsy Danger, which is still a nuclear run ship, so which is better than the digitals, which is really awesome. There we go. The Cherno Alpha is the name of the Russian one, or not German, sorry, Russian.
Give me some nuclear, bitch.
Yep, nuclear. And then, of course, Crimson Typhoon, and then Striker Eureka, which is from Australia. And Gypsy Danger, out of all the ones that are left, the robots, Gypsy Danger, I think, looks the coolest. Striker Eureka is kind of cool looking, but I feel there's something about Gypsy Danger that is just so, I don't know, likable. You feel like you'd be a part of Gypsy Danger. Like, it just looks like that type of robot. So it's old school, yeah. So you kind of have that feeling for it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the one thing about Gypsy Danger I love. So yeah, yes, I am 60-minute man level, sir. So
dude, my battery of my vape died during this monologue.
Well, good. I'm glad. It's my fucking show. I'm going to talk how I want to.
I've never been drunk on the first part of the monologue.
Excellent. That's how.
That's true. I've never been so buzzed before during the first turn either. I haven't even hit my vape yet. I can't even hit it now. My battery died because it's a fucking 60-minute man.
That's good. That's what we're going for.
Continue, brother.
We're trying to see how far we can take the drinking game, sir.
What was that? That bitch that from Facebook that kissed you was Mystique with like some kind of like mutant poison or some shit she did to you?
Well, no. Like I said, it was some fake account that's from Nigeria. It was no chick. It was the pictures of a dude, like a kid.
They know you though. You're Shark.
Apparently, I'm Shark because they know my name's Shark. It's Cyberneticshark. Okay, good for them.
All right.
But anyways,
Shark.
So we get introduced to all the robots, and basically, Idris Elba, says that he has a plan, but he hasn't totally revealed it to Riley. Double drink, bitches. So Jeff has just lost his 500 points, and now Andreas has gained 1,000 points.
Sir, I am I'm on the panel, but I'm monitoring the dialogues or the from the moderation.
I am
area.
What are you again? You're moderating.
I'm on the panel, but I'm paying.
Yeah, you're not a moderator. You're on the fucking panel. So shove it.
Damn.
Anyways, folks.
Wow.
All right, so we'll stop at that point there. That's the first third of the film. Hence why I said earlier that we're doing exactly. Hence why I said we're doing
Thank you, Allan.
Of the film. And then Allan just lost 3 million points, so
that was very effective, Allan. You lost 3 million points off that bitch. That's how effective it was.
Anyways, so first question for you guys. So what did you guys think of kind of that first third of the film leading up to Riley getting to the base? And what did you think about that first fight, that first giant battle that we got to saw at the beginning of the film? What did you think about the visuals? What did you think about the cinematography? And, the music in this film is fantastic. I absolutely love the score of this film. It's really well done. Absolutely love it. And so, I think that's a good honorable mention too as well. So your guys' thoughts on that first third of the film, and go ahead and be 60-minute man if you like. It's all good. So we're gonna start with you, Andres.
Yes, the first true 60-minute is going up. Great. Oh man, I love this opening. It's really great. One of the things that's great about the Toro director is his love of expanding and giving you detail of the universe you're going to be in, and like we get every bits of what this world works, like how like the robots function, how these creatures are, like all that is so beautiful in detail, like that opening, like just epilogue is really great, just giving us into like what's going on with the premise, which is really cool. And yeah, and then of course introducing our characters, the Sons of Energy person, very hit and miss actor, but I thought he worked well in this film. PR, the film, I think he delivers a very cocky American kind of vibe, which is good. And yeah, I love Gypsy Danger. Great design. Like it's half Iron Man, half like mixed with because like the nuclear like thing. It reminds me of the arc reactor, which is something I didn't realize until today. I was like, looks like a arc reactor for Iron Man. So it's really cool. That's probably why I like the Juicy Danger, is because of that. And we get into the film, they have really cool stuff. I like the cannon it does. That's so cool. And then layer the sword, which is awesome, which we'll get into. So the Deep Dancer is like my favorite of these like robots things. But yeah, and it was very intriguing how they need to like link themselves to like operate these things. So that was really intriguing. I've never seen that in like a sci-fi film. So that was really cool to like add the like give you like really good emotional stakes, and also like how these robots can affect. So that's really cool. Yeah, and one thing I will say that's maybe a nitpick is the creatures. Like I like the creatures. They're really timeless. I like the design of them. I kind of wish we kind of get some variety of these creatures, like different colors, like skin, or like a bit more. I mean, I get they're from the sea, which that was something I didn't realize in this movie.
Why you gotta be all racial?
Right. Oh my
God. Always worry about skin color and shit, man.
Excuse me. I'm talking about these creatures that are eating us. So I don't should be some race thing with these.
They have feelings too.
Like feelings do. Did you see what they did to San Francisco, Hong Kong, and Australia? They're gonna
San Francisco deserved it.
Okay, so well, I'm happy that London or my home country is not.
When San Francisco got hit, I was like, yeah, let's go.
Wow, folks, I am very concerned. I think this man will doom us in the universe if he brings these creatures to life. Anyway, okay. I mean, I haven't been to San Francisco, so if something happened to you, Jeff, in that city,
next time if you ever do go, make sure you eat some ice cream with Nancy.
Okay, okay. There's a story there. You have to tell me. Anyway, so I was very sad. Was it Son of Anarchy guy? His brother gets eaten by one of these creatures, and then it was really cool. And I love the gag where the dad has the light detector, and like he reads it, and then the robot comes in. It's so cool. And oh man, this is where I want to bring up. Was it Marshall? Great character, love him. I mean, damn, I forgot about that. All right, Handel from the Thor films. He's great in this movie. I think this is his best performance. He has really great speeches, and I like the way he has convinced Son of Energy to join back to fight the creatures in Hong Kong. So that was really great. And then the cinematography is really great. Hold on, let me The cinematography is by Guillermo. He's a Mexican cinematographer. Has worked with the Toro before.
Why you got bad mouth Mexicans, bro?
Excuse me, I'm Spanish. I'm not bad mouthing them. Are you kidding me? Oh man, I think this guy is having. Ooh,
I'm partially Mexican.
no way.
Because of all the Mexican, no, that's Cyber. Because of all the Mexican bitches I bang, it like infected me.
Oh Jesus!
Cyber, tell me
Now,
that's not
now I'm biracial.
No, that's not how.
He identifies as biracial.
I'm
Oh, really?
biracial. I'm Wakandan too. I got a little Wakandan in me.
So you're bilingual. That's
I
what
got a little slave blood, motherfucker.
all right, bilingual. Tell me that another time. All right, so Mr. Bilingual here is telling me that he's Mexican. Okay, that's fine. So
I use vibranium. I mean, my condoms are made out of vibranium. Baby, let's do it.
I'm sorry, folks. This man has out of control now. Well, he's already out of control.
He's lying. He doesn't use condoms.
Yeah, he doesn't use them. Anyway, so anyway,
I do occasionally, sir. Shh, don't tell anybody. Once in a while.
Oh, okay, okay. Anyway, so the cinematography is great. I mean, he did Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, which was great, beautiful film to look at. So this one was really great. I mean, one thing that this movie does smart is the CGI. It's good that they put it during the rain because it makes the creatures and the robots look realistic in the environments. Because when you shoot it in just like a sunny day or like nothing, like water or type of weather, it just looks fake. So it was good that the Toro and the special effects people put these beings in these kind of rainy environments so that it looks like good and realistic, and that's why it aged so well. And that first fight, it's amazing. I mean, what I like about the Toro is that you feel the weight of the robot when that robot goes down and get the bolt. It feels real, and you feel like that's something I can see happen. And that's one thing I really appreciate. You can see that it looks so impactful, and the creatures just massive. You see them attacking the robot. It's just incredible. It just oozes just detail and just gives you this real and not too fake, like in certain films, like maybe the Transformer films. Well, the Transformer films are really great. I mean, the special effects there are still great today. But this one just beats it more for me. Yeah, and then again to Hong Kong, we see the other characters. The two scientists are very funny. I mean, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's a great comedian scientist. I just love him. He's like proper, but then he has these tattoos of the creatures. That was funny. And his other pal from Dark Knight Rises, who's the
Burn Gorman, and we haven't gotten that far yet, sir.
Oh, okay. Well,
he doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care.
I don't care. I love this movie. I will talk wherever I want. By the way, the ending, everyone died. So just
he thinks the rules don't apply to him on the Bleeding Edge.
No, I do love the rules. I will break them if necessary. Okay, if it's a great film. If it's the worst movie, I'm not gonna break the rules. That's my thing. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Great opening, love it. Gets you into the mood of the film. One thing I appreciate about this film, it sets up the rules and the logic in this universe, which is great. Which that's something that the Transformers films don't do. That's the thing that annoys me in filmmaking. This one does that well. So that's my thing on the great opening.
Excellent. And for that contribution, I would reach through and bitch slap you, but I'm not gonna reach through and bitch slap you because you're just too small. So I have to fairy slap you, because you're just such a little midget, So you're not gonna do whatever you want. You're listening to us.
Well,
anyways, just lost 5,000 points too. You're down to 0, sir. -0.
Yes.
Anyways,
I'm so happy. I don't care.
Anyway, so Mr. Jeff S over here, getting more drinks. Your thoughts, sir, on that first third of the film?
I like a lot Charlie Dunham or whatever, his narration of the intro, really well done.
Great.
He sounded great. I really enjoyed it. I mean, that's the only narration you get from him the whole movie, and they should bring him in to narrate other shit because like he sounded great. I mean, he really sets up that opening montage so well. Like he really guides it really well. His voice is just really good in a narrative form. It really is. I'm surprised nobody else has used it. Besides that, again, I love how from jump they have all these shots where they really work really heavily on scaling the size of the Jaegers as large as possible to where you feel as small as possible.
Jaeger.
To the audience, right? Jaeger. Hell yeah.
Record.
Who knows? Everything's. I can't even. I forgot. I'm just like whatever Simon says. Drink. I drink. I lost track of the drinking words.
Yeah, I did too.
They're hard with Pacific Rim. There's no, I'll tell you one thing. If they cast Tom Cruise up in this bitch, like he was supposed to be, as the main character, Beckett or whatever, he would have banged Mako. They would have just like hugged or whatever. He would have banged her, 90s style, and like stuck it to her, right? Instead of the sword, he would have gave her sword, but like in the private type way. You know what I'm saying? They would have had like the stick fight, and then he would have banged her. Because that's how we used to do it back in the day. Now shit's all soft. They'd have Beckett just like hug the bitch. They're like best buddies or whatever and shit and whatnot. It's like fuck all that. Give me some fucking kaijus. I know, great. And give me some swords and shit and whatnot and fighting and shit. And then fuck some fucking Jap bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it says right in my outline. Well, I couldn't remember the chick's name. That's what I put her down as.
He forgot the script.
Yep. Jap bitch. That's what it says right here in my outline. There you go, baby. Old school. Yep. Anyways, that's how we do it. Nothing chauvinist about that, folks. That's called old school. That's called improvising.
Yes.
For reals. Anyways, I happen to be very fond of Japanese women. I'll my poster behind me. I like to see one of them kaijus take on Bandmaid, motherfucker.
You think kaiju?
Misa would take her
fucking drink, you dumbass.
Misa would take her bass guitar and smack one of them bitches right across her fucking jaw and shit. So the opening's really good. I love the description of like the whole timetable of what goes on in terms of the first, kaiju attack, drink, and all that shit and whatnot. I love that intro. It's so well done with the news coverage and all that shit and all that, right? And the narration. He's like, we got our asses kicked. And then the world put their differences away and came together and created the ultimate weapon and all this shit or whatever, whatnot. It was like really dope. And like the fucking the transformer looking motherfuckers, right, are so disgusting on screen. It doesn't matter what they're doing. They can be fighting, walking through water, like whatever, like watching that first Y transformer walk through the ocean, the fucking ocean, all right? As deep as the ocean is, walk through that bitch with its shoulders exposed above the fucking water. It's like, what? Seriously? I've never seen anything like that before in a movie in my life. Seriously. Except for maybe Godzilla. That's it. Like, you don't see nobody else just walking through the ocean. Right? Like, that's how fucking tall these bitches are. You know, if my penis wasn't already extremely tiny, I might be insecure by the Transformer, the Y Transformers. You know, because they're so big. They have swords and shit. But either way, I digress. No, the first kaiju battle, Drake, was pretty lame. Like, they want you to be emotional right at the bat off something that, like, you really don't know. There's nothing really built there. You know, they don't really explain in-depthly enough and whatnot the whole like drifting thing or whatever the fuck it's called, to where you could really be emotionally impacted by that defeat in the beginning. It's kind of whatever. But how far are we going here?
To when Hunnam gets to the command center and showing all the Jaegers that are left.
Okay, we'll get into our off then. All right. So the whole shit where also he's like built the wall and all that shit, whatnot, and like they shut down the program, right? Because they're gonna build this big wall is the stupidest shit ever. Like, motherfucker, it took fucking Transformer sized fucking shits and whatnot, everything to fight these bitches when they were like category 3 or 2 or whatever. Now you've got category fucking 3 and shit, motherfuckers coming at you, right? And like bigger, but you're gonna build a big wall now that's gonna stop them? That's the stupidest shit ever. Why would the world decide to do that? I found that really stupid. These motherfuckers dying to build this wall. How's the wall gonna stop one of these fucking monsters? It ain't gonna stop them. There's some holes in the story. That's why I'm just like, with the budget, I'm like, holy fuck. What's wrong, Al?
Trying to answer the question.
I'm
thinking like, I don't know. What the fuck?
Well, my last thoughts are that I love Idris Elba from Jump in this movie. He is just so good in this. This is like, it's sad that Idris Elba is so talented that this is actually one of his best movies. Enough said.
Okay. Right. Allan, your thoughts, sir, on the first third of the film?
Well, I thought it was fucking awesome. I mean, I thought the beginning. See, when I was a kid, I used to watch like anime, and the anime, there was an anime called Messenger. And basically it was a robot that fought monsters. The monsters came out of the ground just like the kaiju. Oh, drinks.
I was just saying, mages, me motherfucker. What? How did anime exist in your childhood? Anime wasn't even fucking a thing when I was growing up.
Anime was in the 60s and the 70s, man. Yeah, and it was this giant robot, and this motherfucker would fight these giant monsters that come out of the ground, and they had the 3-headed whatever monster like in Godzilla. It was more towards Godzilla. So it, you know, when you see the robot, it was like, hell yeah, you know. And at the beginning, it was more, you know, you had the it was like, what if this robot, you know, at the beginning it was what if robots fought Godzilla? See, at the beginning you know, you really hadn't been introduced to all these other monsters. So the only kaiju drink that we actually knew of was Godzilla. Godzilla was, and Godzilla really didn't give a shit, man. He didn't come to the United States. He destroyed Tokyo, and then he went back. And so when they introduced it, like, wait a second, that the monster came to the San Francisco area. He was in the United States, and then you know, because basically
he heard about San Francisco and said, "Fuck that."
Oh yeah, well, I mean, never mind. I was going somewhere I'm not going, but. You know, but it's like going back to the narration, like Jeff said, the narration, the guy narrating what was going on, it actually.
Charlie Hunnam, he does a great job.
Yeah, he does a great job. And then, of course, Guillermo del Toro just put everything together, like Andrew said, put everything together and gave you the rules of the game and gave you the rules of this world in 30 minutes. So in other words, in 30 minutes, he gave you, all right, this is what can happen in this universe or in this world, and this is what's going to happen. So then, they have and then it was like, Jeff said, well, who the hell's going to build the wall? Geez, have you looked outside lately? I mean, that's something we would do. As human beings would be like, oh yeah, we'll just build the wall, man. It won't be,
We'd have the illegals build the wall.
Well, it's not that.
Right, Cyber?
It's not that we had to build the wall. More like,
there is no wall, and they're just coming through.
Well, we already had the robots, and the robots had destroyed. They had kicked their asses already. So instead of us remembering, hey, these guys can come back, it's like, oh, we already took care of it. So, looking short-minded, short vision, we're just going to build this wall. And that's what the Idris Elba character was like. These guys are a bunch of idiots. But in his case, even though we haven't gotten to there yet, he was a pilot, so he understands what the fuck is going on. So I kind of like the way that they introduced the characters, they introduced the universe, and of course the way Guillermo del Toro does it. The first battle, even though Jeff said it was shitty, I thought it was fucking awesome.
I didn't say it was shitty. I said it was uneventful.
Uneventful? They cut the fucking guy's arm off. The guy gets inside. They take the guy out of the robot. The other motherfucker goes in the water.
I'll cut my own arm off right now during the show. And still finish the show.
Uneventful. I mean, he did all that shit. And of course, we don't understand. You're right. We don't understand what he did by himself until later on. But, he did all that shit, So I agree with everybody except Cyber. Just because.
He's officially lost it, people.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be a good one to cut.
That's a good promo right there.
That's a good promo, sir. Good promo.
But
true knowledge.
And I understand. You went 60 minutes, but you did say you were going to do it just in 3. You're not going to do it in sections. You're going to do it in 3 sections. So of course, there's no reason to go 10 minutes into it and be like, "What do you think about him dying? His brother dying?" Now, well, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and go to the part that we're in.
Motherfucker, I don't need 60 minutes anyway. Just fucking suck that dick, and they're so wet. You know what I'm saying? Even trannies are wet and shit and whatnot. Well, after that dick.
Well, damn.
You feel me? So, I don't need 60.
Yeah, see, Jeff spent a little too much time in San Francisco. And,
they use that Jaeger oil for lube.
But, the first 40 minutes for 35, 40, 50 minutes of the movie, fucking awesome. It was just action-packed. And a little bit of dialogue. At the time when you read it, when you're watching it, you're like, but it all makes sense. So, I'm just gonna say kaiju so I can take another drink, and then I got
okay. Drink.
Allan, I think this is the most coherent you've ever been on a movie review at this point.
Yeah, actually, you're right. But I'm working on it.
Right, Timecop? Usually he's slurred shit by now.
10, 15 more minutes, man. How we work shit.
You hear that? You hear that, Cyber?
There you go.
Yep,
it's too late. You just mentioned you just was like, oh, it's great. No, that's it. I'm gone.
Yeah, he's gone. All right. Thank you, Allan. Excellent, guys.
You got it.
Good job. Everyone gets 5,000 points for this round. Jeff gets an extra 10,000 points for making everyone laugh. And because that's going to be a great little clip that he's going to share in the future. But great job, everyone. Great job. All right. Well, so
Allan makes me laugh. He does come from a comedy podcast, after all.
Yes,
that is true.
I do.
All right. So continuing with the story. So after our wonderful Sons of Anarchy guy is reintroduced to all the different robots. And basically he ends up going into kind of trying to pick somebody out to be a pilot with him. And basically he ends up picking Mako. And at first, Pentecost doesn't want Mako to do it because of how he feels about her, because he saved her from a monster attack. Drake. And is very reluctant at first, but then allows her to do it. And so...
Cyber, can I interrupt here for a second?
No.
You said he saves her from the monster attack in the movie theater. That part was fucking awesome. That part was like, you were talking about in the movie theater. Yeah, that the background and with her just sitting there and all that.
They're going to kill me. I told them to send me a video holding an object and start nodding.
Anything is a dildo when you really put your mind to it. There's no such thing as too large or too sharp. Every time you stop to question yourself, I want you to tell yourself, I can and I will.
Wow. Well, I don't feel bad or interrupting you now. I did feel bad after I said that. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But now I don't.
all you can think is I want to see that water bottle up in that shit.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Allan, for that contribution. Yes, I agree. That was very amazing in the theaters. The sound, the music, it all was very intense. And it was it was almost kind of like one of those moments where it's like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen a real tornado or been around a real tornado, but usually it gets really silent right before it hits. And so it's almost that same kind of effect, that sound that's going on there when, Pentecost is coming up out of the robot and saving her from the monster that's there. So I think that was really done well. Drake. So they start to basically practice together. And while they're doing that, some of the people from Eureka Striker start butting heads with him, with Son of Anarchy guy. And we kind of get basically we get little bits and pieces, really kind of like just the life going on at the Hong Kong place that the remaining robots are located at. We get introduced to Dr. Newt and to his associate Herman. And we find out that he is a huge creature fanatic, that he absolutely loves the creatures. And he wants to eventually see one alive someday and not just be examining the dead parts. And, basically at this point, that's when Burn Gorman's character basically explains how that the strikes, the breaches from the breach where they are let into our world are becoming more infrequent because they have a giant clock that they have at their station that shows how long it is between attacks by the creatures. And so basically he reiterates that they're gonna get shorter and shorter as time goes on, by eventually where at some point there'll be an attack every 5 minutes because they're just going to keep coming until they fully destroy our world, destroy all of us, so they can take over. And they basically explain too that the creatures are actually almost like army, is like the army, like tanks and helicopters and planes like that we use in our military from these other creatures that are from outer space, that are basically commanding them to go and basically destroy all the living life that's on the planet so that they can take over because they keep depleting their previous homes. And so while that's going on, basically Newt decides he's going to pair his brain with this semi-alive creature brain, and basically gets it kind of an insight into what they're thinking. That's where he finds out kind of who they are, what they are, and why they're doing this. And so after that, we get him going to the big city to see Ron Perlman's character, who is a creature collector. He basically goes to sites where these creatures have been killed and excavates their parts and sells them on a black market. and basically we have Dr. Newt going to try to get a actual living brain that he can try to pair with again. And so we have that kind of great section there, this middle section of the film. We get the relationship between Mako and Son of Anarchy, kind of how they're drawing closer to each other as they're learning to fight with each other and stuff like that, and be paired with the robot. We get, like I said, we have kind of some fighting going on between one of the guys from Striker Eureka and with Son of Anarchy. That's going on in this. We find out that Pentecost, basically from all the years that he was in the robot program, he basically has poisoning or nuclear poisoning, and basically is dying from that radiation poisoning. And that's why we keep seeing him open that little like Altoids tin and taking a little pill. He's basically taking iodine, basically what it's taken to try to help counteract the radiation. And while that's going on, basically they're trying to come up with a full constructed plan, because they said that they've tried to destroy the breach, but that has been unsuccessful. And basically, they end up finding out that kind of their plan is to put a nuclear bomb on Striker Eureka's back and detonate it inside of the breach to see if that destroys it, basically. And that's kind of what they're trying to do, doing one last major fight. While this is going on, we have a creature starting to make its way toward, a couple creatures make their way towards one of the cities close to them in the Hong Kong arena. And so they basically send out several of the robots to basically take on these two creatures. And so this is when we get a really great fight sequence where they battle right there. We find out that one of the creatures has the ability to send out a electrical EMP and is able to disable all the digital Jaegers. Drink. At this point, thankfully, because Gypsy is still analog, it can't be shut down by that EMP. So after Striker Eureka and Crimson Typhoon and Churno are both out there fighting, Churno gets destroyed real bad, and so does Typhoon, basically killing all its pilots. And the result, Striker Eureka thankfully isn't destroyed, but is disabled by the EMP. And so then that's when Sons of Anarchy tells Pentecost, hey, you need to send us out there and we can stop these guys. And that's when we have this great battle where we get to see the sword for the first time from Gypsy Danger. We get this badass battle between the gorilla creature and the flying kind of like dinosaur looking creature. And we get to see basically them destroy that gorilla one by pretty much blowing off one of its arms and then and shooting its cavity all the way out. And then basically using that sword to slice in half the dinosaur flying like pterodactyl creature that we see. And basically they end up falling back to the earth because the creature took them up into the air, and basically they survive. So we'll stop right there with that great battle sequence. So what are you guys' thoughts kind of on that section of the film? Where I think this section of the film is probably where Jeff was mentioning earlier how it had kind of some dead spots or some dry spots. I definitely understand that. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of great fun that happens between this section. So what are you guys' thoughts on this section and your thought on that really great battle with the two creatures that were so cool looking? We'll start with you, Allan, this time.
All right. Yeah, Jeff was right. At that part, yeah, it's kind of the dialogue, because you go from the fights to this, but it all makes, it all falls into place. It explains, that Elba's character, he's dying. It explains how he found the girl.
Idris, sir.
Idris, Guillermo.
Drake.
Oh shit. It explains all that you know, all the parts that have to fall into place, but you know, I'm going to go straight to the battle, man. The battle was awesome. I mean, you know, they're just coming out of the ocean, and then the way they showed it was, you know, they had the clock. So then it was like, you know, it could happen every 5 minutes, and you start thinking, juice every 5 minutes, man. There's no way they can keep up with that. I mean, not with. Ooh, it seems like your boy's after you again, Cyber.
No, new person.
Oh, okay. But you know, it goes back to the way the movie is structured. I mean, they did a good job on it. They go from storyline to storyline to storyline, and then the battle. You know, like when I watched it in the theater, it was like the surround sound and the way you can hear the screams in the background, and you know the just the small little detail of the people, and you know, it explains more about the robots itself. You know, the way the neuron thing works, that they can actually not only through the control with their mind, they can see each other's thoughts. So, you know, they have a lot to do. It has a lot to do with that, and explains more on the Son of Anarchy guy, his thoughts of what he went through, and then explains hers. And then he has the deal with the other dude. He don't like the other dude, but that's just Hollywood there. But
yeah, it's stereotypical. The dude doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know,
gotta fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta take you out. You know, fuck you, whatever. But I thought the sequence on it was good. I mean, when it comes to the movie itself, it probably was the weakest part of the movie. Is that section that you talked about there until it gets to the battle. When it gets to the battle, then it all changes. But besides that, it you know, yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Awesome. And I just want to throw out there before we move on to the next person, everyone that last round got 10 million points for their contributions because they were all so amazing. So I just want to let everyone know they're all even right now, and that it could go in any direction now. Just keep that in mind. But anyways,
I'll win.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Well, since you said that, sir, you can go next, sir. Your thoughts on that section of the film, sir?
Well, sir, as I already told you, audiences may have enjoyed Mako or whatever the fuck that whole deal was with her dynamic with, yes, we're gonna drink Charlie Hunnam, but I did not care for it. I found it to be plastic, forced, like sort of suppositional filler, almost. Thank you, Allan. Thank you for letting me know in the live stream comments that you're going for a refill. Thank you, Allan. Anyways, fuck you, Andres. Anyways, so I blame you for my battery dead. So no, the whole stick fighting and shit and whatnot did need to happen. They didn't need stick fighting in the movie. Like how the stick fighting had to like be brought in, I don't know. I don't know if it was like some Shogun shit or something, or they're like, you know, I'm not sure what happened, but they lost me with the stick fighting. I like seeing Beckett's character being brought in to the program, and you know, of course, there is the whole like stereotypical drama with the one Transformer like creatures, you know, guy, where you know Beckett likes the dad, but the son is the one that's like the antagonist and like doesn't like him. That was whatever for me. I don't know. I just felt like Mako was forced into the film. Her scenes with Idris, Elba, were not all that good.
Rick?
Like, there's supposed to be something profound there with their dynamic, but there wasn't there. And a lot of it, for me, had to do with her ability to pronounce the English language. She just did not sound good speaking English. Like, she did not sound authentic, that actress.
Speaking English?
Yeah, English.
English?
English.
English.
English with a W. Yeah. Yeah. Her English, no good. No good. So, me being a massage parlor veteran, I'm very experienced in the Asian languages, right? And I had to go through the wars and the battles of negotiating with these massage parlor bitches, and happy endings and things of that other nature. He says, that's mainly the contest where you should negotiate, right? Anyways.
Holy shit, he's gonna have so much content to cut out to put on for shorts, man.
Yeah.
Andres, what are you typing, you motherfucker? I'm telling you right now, you better watch out.
He's like, I ain't done shit.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking get you with the sword of the fucking of the Transformers, bitch.
Yeah. Well,
anyways,
people don't read what's going on there because he's gone ahead.
I thought that the food on the tray that Beckett got, like when he showed up and whatnot, everything with the mashed potatoes and shit, and whatnot, and the meatloaf and all that, looked pretty good.
Yeah, the meatloaf did look good.
It looked like a solid tray, right? Like I would exchange that for a TV dinner any day, right? And they had real mashed potatoes on the table and all that, and like a bowl and shit too. That was dope. The secondary characters, very solid, very good. Overall, across the spectrum. I mean, including Idris. But then, of course, Charlie Day, right? The scientists. The one worker that handles all of, like, the main logistics of, like, the drifting and all that and whatnot. That guy from Last Castle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yep. He's great in the film. He's really good. He's good in everything. He's always good.
He was in Boondock Saints, too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I heard he caught the AIDS, and he's not around anymore.
Did he catch the AIDS?
No, I'm just joking. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. Nobody catches the AIDS no more.
That's right. It's gone. Anyways, no, he's great, right? Even though he doesn't get the props, considering all the responsibility he has. But I felt like the scenes with the stick fighting and Mako were just filler. Just straight filler. Even when Beckett drifts with her, it's just like, okay. I thought it was kind of sort of like almost, I mean, they could have cut the film a little bit with that shit. And that's it, sir. I'm good. I love, and this is not the anti-Asian thing.
No, we know you like the Asian thing because of the.
Yeah, I like Asians. The massage parlors. Just Mako sucks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Mako. Yeah, the character Mako was very annoying. I agree with that in the movie. I didn't like her disposition really until the very end of the film. So I get that. I get that feeling because she was very. She was annoying. I thought how she played the character most definitely. But you have no thoughts on that creature fight, sir, with the gorilla creature and the flying creature?
Oh, the gorilla and the flying creature battle. So we're getting that far in? Yeah.
I thought that already.
I thought that I liked seeing the different Transformer suits fighting. I like that. Again, just the way they shot, especially the inside city battle scenes, were great. Right, just overall, They handled them really well. The whole landscape they built along the ethos or the theme of this film is well done. They spent a lot of money on it, and they accomplished a lot of what they wanted to accomplish with it. When you see that battle, and you see, civilian, deaths or destruction towards the actual infrastructure around the combatants, it looks real. It looks like destruction in real life happening, right? Like people dying, buildings being destroyed. The power and the size of the Jaegers, Drake. It makes me want to. It almost made me want to be a Jaeger, be one of the Jaegers. Drink.
Wait, did you say you wanted to be a Jaeger?
Except I'm not sharing my shit though with nobody. I do that shit on my own. I don't like other dudes around me with pussy. I just rock it solo. So I would drift alone. I drift alone.
With nobody else.
That's right. There you go, Cyber.
Okay, thank you.
I drift alone, sir.
Okay, well, you got to remember the reason why they could have drifted alone is because people couldn't neurally take it.
I'm old fashioned, sir. I'm old school.
So
I can take it.
If you want to kill yourself, that's fine. If you go for it, sir. But I'm just telling you, it might be a little too much overload for you, sir.
We old fuckers can take the pain, sir.
Well, that's good to know. All right, sir, Timecop. Your thoughts, sir, on that section of the film, please. Up to the point after they have destroyed the two creatures and fallen back to Earth.
As if that point matters to him anyways.
Sure. No, I agree with Jeff here about the pointless, so basically they're trying to find the right partner for, Sons of Anarchy, actor, to be compatible with, yeah. I'm not going to say his character's name. I know. Everyone knows who he is. So
you can say Beckett.
Beckett. Oh yeah, Beckett. Yeah. So Beckett is trying to be compatible with some, pilot, to ride the Gypsy Danger, and it was kind of obvious. Like this thing that was so weird about this movie is that Michael was the obvious one to ride for him, and I don't know why we have Jeff here to run the show. Anyway, he lost his mind. He lost his mojo. Anyway, so no, don't show it. Oh my God.
Just keep talking, Idris. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, so Beckett is very much compatible to Michael, which it's unnecessary. Like, can we just I don't know, just skip to the end and then see them compatible in the Gypsy Danger? So it was kind of weird, that we had to see the the sword sticks and all that. But I like the part when we see the scientists. That part I actually liked because we were learning quite a bit of what was going on with the monsters. So that was the thing that was kind of intriguing, especially the Always Sunny actor. He was funny and what he was theorizing was kind of cool. So that was really nice. And when we get to the backstory of, out of the panel here, I actually like Miracle. She's an interesting character, but
Miracle is from Shogun. Mako is from
Miracle. Yeah, I'm talking here, boy. Just don't interrupt me. You already have your shine in the show, sir.
Oh,
anyway.
Hell yeah!
Motherfucker just threw smoke at me.
Hell yeah! He told you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff, but someone has to stop you. You're losing it. You're losing it. Anyway, no. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, you say.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, best part of the movie.
Okay, USA.
Good job.
Good job. Anyway, Jeff, I love you, buddy. You're right. It's
Good
a nice
fight.
little- Good fight. Let them fight. Anyway, yeah. So it was very funny. We see the background of her story, and it's like, oh, because Handel from the Thor films rescued her. Makes sense. I mean, it was kind of obvious when we saw her, both of them. It was kind of like, oh, the father-daughter relation, which I like. I actually like it. It's actually a really good emotional kind of connection to the film. Like, I like the emotional stuff. It's not at your face. It's like it's kind of there. So that's really cool because, like, the Terror knows the movie is about the monsters versus the robots. So I really like that. The human characters are not like as annoying as certain movies like the Transformer films or or the Monsterverse films with Godzilla and Khan. But one thing I want to bring up with the battle of the two creatures versus the Gypsy Danger, that I like is you see the action so well, because one of the things I don't like about the Michael Bay films is that you don't see anything at all in the action. Is so has a chaotic in all those films of the 5 Michael Bay films of Transformers. Here, I like in the Turtles film for PR. The action is clean. Like you see it, you see them punching those creatures. You see them, cutting in half. Like the action is so clear and like you understand the geographic location of where these two things are compared to Transformer films. So I really appreciate the action scenes are so well done and choreographed, which is nice. And the visuals are here is where the visuals really pop. Like the neon is great in Hong Kong, and like you see the dead, this like great dead skull of the creature that's like it's like a callus for church. That was really neat. Oh, and Ron Perlman is in this movie. Love him. He's great. When we get to him in this movie, where Always Sunny actor had to go to the black market to find a living brain to like do the neural way again, and he's great. He really elevates the film in a funny way, and I love that. And I love that his right hand person is from Blade 2, the guy that Blade, saved him in the opening and he kills him towards the end of the movie of Blade 2. I love that he brought him back. That was so great.
That was awesome.
So if you guys didn't know that, that's the person from Blade 2. So that was great. I love that. Yeah, and then this is where it was awesome. This monster action was great. Allan, you brought up anime. I'm not too big in anime, but my first big one was Attack of the Titan. This felt like Attack of the Titan, and this was one of the best depiction of like seeing two things fighting each other, which is great. So overall, I agree with the part where Beckett and trying to find his co-pilot and all that is okay. It's not interesting. It does slow the pace, but it doesn't drag it. That's my thing. It's slow the pace, but it's not dragging it, so that's fine. But when we get into the action here, I'm talking about, it brings up the pacing back in, and it's like great again. So again, I like this part. I just don't care about the the train thing and finding his co-pilot. But overall, I'm still loving the film.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Great job, everyone. Great job. All right. So
I still love vagina, sir.
We know, sir. That's good.
We know that. Yeah,
we know that.
I always will too.
We know. And so this brings us to the final portion of the film. And so after beating those two giant creatures, they go back to the Hong Kong plant and basically come up with the idea of what to do for this final assault. So they repair Gypsy and they repair Stryker to get them ready to basically go to the breach and try out this plan that they had decided. So basically we get kind of a little bit of kind of like a like a farewell for them because they pretty much know that they're not, they could possibly not come back and so forth. And so they basically make their way to where the breach is, which is by the Mariana Trench. And they basically make their way there. They realize that there are two category 5 creatures that are protecting where the rift is that allows the creatures to come in and out of. At this point, too, we have found out that the monster's DNA, Drake, is what allows them to come through the rift. So that basically plays into kind of the strategy that they have to come up with to try to, stop the breach so that the creatures can't come through anymore. So they get down there and they start basically, there's a giant attack from the creatures right off the bat, going after Stryker and after Gypsy. And basically they start battling it out. Unfortunately, Gypsy gets pretty well crippled. One of his legs gets screwed up and one of his arms. And piloting Stryker is Herc and Pentecost, because the son of Herc was injured in the last battle, so he stayed back. And so as they're battling this stuff and they're trying to figure things out, they decide to sacrifice themselves, and that Gypsy should use their core reactor, their atomic reactor, to basically somehow get through the rift and blow it up from there within. So they basically kill themselves, and that helps destroy one of the creatures. One of the other one gets kind of messed up, and Gypsy's able to run a sword through it and grab a hold of it and make its way through the breach. When they get down to the breach, they're taken to where these creatures are coming through, and they find out that there's all these other living creatures over there that are trying to come over and take over our world. And so as they're kind of falling into this endless area, that's when Beckett has Mako get out, because he knows what he has to do basically is to start the core meltdown so that it explodes. And so she escapes. She makes it back up her way up through the breach, and he's as the machine's still falling, it's starting to fill up with water because it's badly damaged, and he's basically everything is not working properly. And as he's gets everything set, he tries to escape himself, and it's giving him a hard time. And basically, at every second counts, and all of a sudden it explodes, and he makes it just in time, and explodes and basically destroys the rip. The breach between the two worlds, and he ends up popping back up. He seems to be unconscious and no vitals, so Mako starts performing, mouth to mouth on him, and basically is able to revive him. And basically, they have saved the day in the world, and that's the end of the movie.
Sorry, I was performing mouth to mouth on some dude.
Oh, okay. All right, good to know.
Keep that shit to yourself, man.
We needed to know that, Mr. Blackface.
Yeah, that's
right. And I don't know why you got blackface, but okay.
It's a movement, baby. I'm trying to represent.
Gotcha. All right, so folks, so what we'll do is give your thoughts on the last part of the film, and then give your overall thoughts the whole movie, and your thoughts on that, and then from there we'll go to ratings. So start with you, Mr. True Knowledge, Jeff S.
Yeah.
Well, my thoughts are, I'm giving Cyber a 10 out of 10 for his moderation for the evening.
Well, we're not doing that. Not
We
yet.
haven't even finished yet, but I'm giving him a 10 for 10 for moderation. Andre's pop culture guy. You get a 7 out of 10 so far in the panel, to be honest with you. Your sword is not sharp, sir. Very sharp, sir. You should seriously, sharpen your sword. Allan from the Black Collective comedy podcast, sir. You are not hammered enough. You should continue drinking and let's get after it.
Oh hell yeah, I can do that.
You're way below your usual like drunkenness level. Usually you're fucking like blackout drunk.
Usually I'm fucked up, but
usually you're like wasted.
That time it was so bad, man. I was like, I can't do that again.
We were relying on your wasted Allan version.
Or Cyber last time. Just can't do that to Cyber, but I will. Here we go, Cyber.
Oh, you're going to use it to me? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your thoughts on the movie, sir, and overall thoughts on the movie.
My thoughts are that beyond the Mako, Beckett or whatever, Becker or whatever the fuck it is, relationship bullshit, movie pushes forward. And again, as Andre's already mentioned, there are other layers to the film that make it entertaining, and they are the scientists, right, that are well cast, the secondary characters with the program, the Transformer Y program, which I'm going to call my penis that after the show. That's my new name for it, Transformer Y. But either way, the final sort of battle, well, not the final battle, but the battle before the final battle in Japan, if I'm correct, right?
Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong looks great. It's really good. One of the best battles in the movie. Just fucking the action looks awesome. When you take the scale of how big they make the Jaegers, yes, Drake. They shoot them at such scale that you feel like, as an audience member, you feel like you're like a fucking like little pea compared to the size of them. They're huge.
That's what she said.
I know. Well, not with me, Allan. Listen,
and that's what Jeff has mentioned now 4 times now that he comment about how they have the sizes of the Jaegers.
No, yeah.
These too many tiny pieces cannot be hidden, bro.
I'm Puerto Rican, man. I don't have that problem.
Just notice. So, well, I do. But like, I still have Gabe, though. I am that one dude that has a extremely tiny penis and Gabe. Right, Andres?
I know nothing.
That's right. That's real game. When you got a tiny cock and you still fucking get after it. Anyways, that's another story, folks. As far as Pacific Rim goes, no. The action scenes are fucking dope. They're awesome. When I talk about scale, I mean everything. The world around it, the buildings, the landscape, the horizon, people. Thank you, sir. You covered me up on that one. I was farting right at that moment, but no. The overall, the whole shot, right? Like, take away the battle. How they show the reciprocation or the effects of the battling between the mutant fucking whatever the fuck monster motherfuckers that don't make me drink versus the Transformer Ys. The after effects of it are great. They look great, right? Like, they look really good. It looks like there's real damage being done. Like, these things are huge. And throwing in that one Ron Perlman character or whatever was nice. Nice touch, right? He brought a presence to the film. He has a certain charisma to him as an actor. That actor. Ron Perlman, he was pretty solid. He makes that whole deal work with him and Charlie Day or whatever. It works. But Idris Elba really holds it down. He's really the main dude. Drake. He's it in the third part of the film. He's the voice. He's really like what's going down. And I mean, what can I say? Idris Elba studied and watched and took from Mel Gibson in Braveheart and Gladiator, Russell Crowe, for his role in this film. Okay, he did. Yeah, he did. I'm serious. Okay. He watched Mel Gibson in Braveheart and Russell Crowe in Gladiator to get prepared for his role in this film. Del Toro saw him as like a Gladiator-esque character. He sees him as a character that, as an actor that has hands that are so big and eyes that are so humanly connected that he can display any emotion. Check out what Del Toro thinks of Idris Elba. He thinks very highly of him as an actor. My point is that he set up that third part of the film as that William Wallace type character, and he services it, man. He does it too, and he contributes. He gets in the game. He gets some skin in the game too, right? Like when you fuck one of these crackhead bitches from the fucking parking lot and shit and whatnot with no condom. Hey, let's get in the game, Allan.
Yeah, you're taking a risk there, buddy.
BLC, nigga. What's up? Let's do it. Anytime, baby. We'll get after it.
That's Chewbacca, man.
Andres, I want to hear your Wookiee imitation.
Yeah, Andres like, dude, I'm talking about something else.
Come on, Andres, Wookiee.
That is correct. Jeff is correct. It says on the Wikipedia that to prepare for the role, Elba watched footage of politicians David Cameron and Barack Obama, as well as Russell Crowe in Gladiator and Mel Gibson in Braveheart. And like you said, yeah, Del Toro initially offered the role to Tom Cruise, who declined because of scheduling conflicts.
Tom Cruise is too busy getting pussy, baby.
So, yeah, there you go, folks. So, that was correct.
Well, see, I was thinking, when he said Mel Gibson, I was thinking not Braveheart. I was thinking Lethal Weapon. So I was thinking, you know, I was like, no.
Maybe Tom Cruise was blowing dudes. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
There you go.
He'll know. So basically, Cyber, overall, with the last couple sequences, the Idris Elba and Charlie Hunnam hold down the end of the film. Miku or whatever, whatnot, is like basically not even meaningful. At the end, when you know people survive and all that, and whatnot, everything, and they hug and all that shit, it's like, what? Okay, that's weak. That's weak sauce. Like I said, Tom Cruise would have hit that shit.
Yeah.
As gay as he is, he would have stuck it in there and got it.
Yeah, you guys, if you haven't seen the sequel, you'll love what you, Jeff, personally probably like what happens to Mako in the second film.
Yeah, he would.
As long as she is banged.
Well, she gets banged, all right.
Yep.
Somebody needs to drop that Lonzo up in there.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Andre,
that's right, baby. Let's do it. I love it. Okay, what to say?
Your thoughts on the final portion of the film, sir?
Okay, you want to say, Andre? Let's do it. Yeah.
No, thank you. I am a Latino person, and I stick with my culture and origins. Not American. No offense. Anyway.
Oh, so you're not American anymore? That's okay. I still love you, brother. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, sir. Okay. Calm down. I know you're happy. I'm happy for you. You know, you're a Wookiee now, apparently. So that's fine.
He is a Wookiee.
He is a Wookiee. I never realized that until now. I was like, he does exhibit Wookiee.
If I banged a Wookiee, I think I would know it.
Okay, let Andres say thoughts on the finale of the film and overall thoughts, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Jeff. What's the matter with you? It's my turn. Shut up. Anyway,
You took advantage of me. I was just trying to make a friend.
Hey, I'm trying to help you. You have a problem right now.
Okay, you were saying.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
So, final act is amazing. It's awesome. That's what we're here for. Monsters versus robots, which is great. It's amazing. I was so happy that we kill off that Australian douchebag. I was very happy. The dad survived, but I wasn't happy. Well, I was happy.
What dad? There was a dad?
Yeah, the Australian.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah, he was
the duo that did Gypsy, that did Eureka Striker. They were father and son.
Actually, that was my mistake. I'm sorry.
A mistake, yeah. Yeah, so those Australian dudes were father and son. And I was like, look, I actually like the Australian dad. He was actually the best character after Handoff from the Thor films. I thought he was really great. He actually respected Beckett about his brother's death. So I really enjoyed that. I was very happy he didn't die.
Me too.
And, so I thought I was very happy. His son was just so annoying, he was like so rude, and I was very happy that Beckett beat him up a little bit, because he was such a jerk. And I don't want any father to lose their sons, but I was kind of happy he died. I was like, I don't want you. So when he was gonna die with handoff, I was like, oh yeah, thank goodness, I don't want him. But anyway, but I was very sad that handoff died. To sacrifice, having Gypsy Danger get the DA of the monster, get into the portal. So so I was very sad that he died. And of course, throughout the film, they were hinting at something happened to him because he had nose blood coming out. Of course, he had cancer because of the use stuff.
That was the AIDS.
Sure, AIDS. That's not how it works, sir. That's cancer. I mean, radiation cancer. Anyway, it's a disease he's affected by because of the radiation of the suits. So you guys know the.
Alan, you okay, motherfucker?
You lost it. Oh my god, Alan, don't listen to this.
I'm still here.
Jeff is always weird. Disturbing. Anyway, disturbing and weird. Great words for it, Jeff.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I own it. I love it. Let's do it.
Good. Let's do it. So it was great. It was great to see the two scientists get together. It was great, and they did the drift, and then they revealed how to get into the portals, which was great. So they have to get the monster so that they can access to the portal, because apparently the portal knows that if you're not one of them, you're not gonna work. So get the monster, because you get the EA, you go in, it's like a pass. So you go in the portal. That was really great. The special effects here were awesome, very colorful. Today's CGI, a lot of us have been complaining how awful they are. With this movie, the CGI has been just spotless, and just going to that portal is just another dimension. It's really great. So it was sad that Gypsy Danger got damaged so heavily, but hey, it's still badass. So it was really great. And the score, we haven't bring up the score too much, but I really enjoyed the score here from the Game of Thrones composer. I forgot the name of this composer. Rami Diaz, who's a great composer. He did The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. He did the first Iron Man film, which I still love the soundtrack from that. So this soundtrack, it was awesome here. And yeah, when they got destroyed the portal, it was happy ending. I love it. And
really, Jeff likes that.
What? He likes fire, monkey.
He likes every ending.
Yeah. Huh.
Are you talking about damn massage thing?
Oh yeah. That's something else. Anyway, so overall, my
USA, let's get it.
Yeah, whatever, sir. You're in USA, sir.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Anyway, so overall, my opinion of this film is a great film, great, sci-fi monster film that it lavish its love of the genre, which is great. This is definitely a top 5 Del Toro film for me. I mean, it shows how good he was. I mean, this was his first film since he was supposed to direct the Hobbit film. A lot of people don't know this. He was supposed to direct the Hobbit film, but that didn't happen, and so this was the next film. This was his new film he made after that. That whole situation was just so annoying. So it was really sad. And you see, if he directed the Hobbit films, it's going to be like this. Just the monster effects was going to be awesome. The story could have worked better than the Hobbit that we got. Anyway, so I really appreciate this film. I'm so happy.
So that Mako bitch is going to be in the Hobbit?
Maybe. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just mentioning that the reason that this movie came is because he was supposed to direct the Hobbit films, but he didn't. And this is what he instead made this film, which is great.
Well, good. That's very good. Okay, what is that?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and I'm happy that Tom Cruise is not in this movie because it could have been weird. I mean,
hey, Tom Cruise is really good.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was really good. And
Some guy named Cyber told me.
Yeah.
Shark. I'm sorry, Shark. Some guy named Shark told me.
All right.
He's like, Tom Cruise is all right, bro.
Oh, God. Jeff is... He's a breathalyzer now. Anyway.
I met him earlier. His name is Shark. I don't fucking know.
Oh, my God. Poor Cyber. Anyway. It was good that Tom Cruise didn't take the role. I mean, he had this movie, Oblivion, that was in 2013, and then Age of Tomorrow was coming out the next year, 2014.
Oh, Oblivion is a good movie.
Yeah, so I think it was a good choice he did pick this movie.
I watched that. That was my go-to-sleep movie for a while there. Oblivion, I watched that for like a month or two.
Oh, yeah? It's not bad. It's a good special effects film. That's good. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the film. Love it. Recommend you guys to watch it, the viewers.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Allan. Your thoughts, sir, on the final scene, the final sequence, and overall the movie.
All right. First of all, I mean, you guys are gonna hate me for it, but I think Mako was necessary for this movie. I mean, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh no, this is bullshit," yeah, but she was necessary. They had to put her in there because
she was necessary, Allan, but they could have put a different.
No.
There.
If you go back to the drink kaijus, you had to insert that Japanese
flavor.
Yeah, you had to insert that Japanese factor in there.
Flavor.
You had to. I mean, yeah, and I mean, she was necessary because without her, the Idris, Hemlock or whatever character, it couldn't explain why he was what he did. I mean, I'm not gonna, if I say his name, Cyber's gonna be like, his name is Hemlock or Idris Eldris.
Well, Cyber, look at the private chat, you motherfucker. Look, Cyber. I got you, bitch. What you got? Look at me, motherfucker. I got you.
There's no Dana, only Zul.
What you got, motherfucker? What you got?
You got nothing.
Let's do it.
You got nothing, sir.
Let's do it.
No, his character from the Thor films is Heimdall, but no, I was gonna say you can call it. You could call him Pentecost. That's his last name in the movie.
Okay.
Well, there is no Dana.
They had to have his character actually mean something. They had to have his adopted or stepdaughter adopted. They had to have her in there for him to sacrifice what he was doing, because he wasn't sacrificing for the regular people. He was sacrificing for her.
I would have banned her anyway. With all the sacrifice, fuck it.
Well, no, the bankable factor is that we're not arguing that part. If we're arguing that part, then that's another issue and that's another show. We're not. But that has nothing to do with it. But her character, I think it was necessary for him because it had to basically, he was like, no, I don't want her to drift because, in other words, if they hadn't killed his brother, then everything would have been easy. They didn't need her.
Allan, think about it. Back in the day, if drifting would have been like something you could do to get high, wouldn't you have done it?
Oh, fucking A.
Me too.
Hell, I would have done it now. Sorry,
Cyber. I just put that in there. I'm done.
You could draft into dude. Hey, you can control a robot. Who's gonna say no to that? It's a fucking robot. Come on, it's a robot.
They'd have the drifting. I'd be like, okay, let me give it to me.
You know, so they had to introduce her. You know, her character was vital for everything else. She had to happen for other things to happen for other things to happen, and of course, you know, then the way they did the last.
Alan, it was her, the way that she would enunciate her English. It seemed so stereotypical.
Well, no, I mean, if you
as like as the Asian character, it was so stereotypical, and she just wasn't that good.
Well, she couldn't speak English.
Well, she should have been. Well, then she should have shown her titties.
She spoke. She spoke fine English. It was okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was understandable. It was good. You know, it was her storyline was her storyline was good. I thought her storyline was good. You know, and I mean, we're concentrating on Mako, which we shouldn't be. You know, she was actually a small part of what made him the Sons of Anarchy. You know, he was compatible with her. You know, which was kind of like Andre said at the beginning. It was kind of obvious. So instead of going through the runaround to go around that he was compatible with somebody, they just automatically been, all right, this is who you're going to be with. You know, but of course that would have cut 20 minutes off the movie, and they can't do that. You know, but then the final battle, you know, the sacrifice and all that. It honestly, for me, the end of the movie was more than the beginning of the movie, because at the end of the movie, I kind of knew what was going to happen. I knew he was going to sacrifice because we knew he had cancer and he was going to die. So, I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. It was still kick ass, and I still give it. You know, it's a lot better than Transformers. You know, but you know, it was just the little details here and there that, you know, was like, okay, all right. And like the score, the fight scene and the music score, and then the end credits when they showed the Kaijus and then show the robots, you know, that was kind of cool. But I mean,
Al, did you see him? Sorry, I don't mean to overstep. But knowing that he paid attention to Mel and Braveheart, and that he paid attention to Russell Crowe and Gladiator, did you see that?
I had no idea.
And he just his final delivery.
No, I had no idea that. I mean, it was just regular Hollywood, you know, final speech. All right, let's go get them type of deal. You know, Independence Day. You know, they all have this leader that gives you the speech and tells you what the fuck you're supposed to do. You know, which in real life, you know, it doesn't work like that. You know, in real life, it's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Just go out there and get it done. You know, in the movies, you know, they have that. But now that you know, when you mentioned it, I laughed at you because, you know, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then Cyber said, yeah, they actually thought of, you know, they brought the
oh man, you laughed at me?
I laughed at you. You didn't see me laugh? What the fuck?
Oh man,
I laughed at your face, man.
That's okay. We'll be okay, brother. Cyber,
we're good.
Alan and I will give you back to the show.
You know, we're good, but you know, and then I hate to regress, you know, because I already almost at the end. But Ron Perlman, without Ron Perlman in this movie would have sucked. You know, he actually, because remember they brought him in after all that drama bullshit. So without him coming in and introducing his character and introducing what he was doing, you know, they couldn't have gone there from that to the battle, you know. So
are you sure you're not just drunk as fuck?
Oh, I'm fucked up, man. I ain't doubt. I'm not denying that part. But you know, Ron Perlman actually carried that one section.
He did.
You know, he carried that one section, and of course, you know, the Playing Philadelphia. He's fucking awesome anyway. But overall, fucking awesome. You know, there's no doubt about it. Much better than Transformers. I mean, we talked about Transformers type of deal. Nah, no comparison. Guillermo del Toro he's a better director than Michael Bay is, and you know, robots killed with monsters. I mean, fuck it. You can't go wrong with that. You just can't.
Cyber, you want to drop trailers before we do ratings?
You could drop a trailer, yeah.
Yeah, you hadn't done that. What's up, man? You're slacking off, Jeff. What's up with that?
Here we go. I got you. Okay, I feel bad. I apologize to the whole team for the show that I did not drop trailers earlier than that because they really, really, really reinforced the film a lot. And I should have dropped them earlier. My bad, guys.
It's all good. It's all good. It happens. Anyways, folks, so there you go. Just to reinvigorate what we were just talking about. Great robot-tastic fighting monster movie. All right, so we'll go around and give our fucking goddamn ratings and plugs and get the hell out of here. Allan, rating. Can't hear you.
Allan says, "Fuck that."
Oh wait, I've been out here with Chewbacca, so yeah, I give it a good 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Timecop.
10 out of 10.
TrueKnowledge.
$7.5.
And I give it a solid 10. And I give that part a 2.
You give it a 10, Cyber?
7.5. Good film.
I give it a 10. A 10, solid 10 for the film.
Has holes.
All right. So, sir, do you have people's shit pulled up?
Well, I thought we were going to talk about holes like Ant-Man 3.
Nope, no holes. You're the only one that thinks there's holes.
Okay. I've got holes.
Holes?
I'm just a pop culture guy. What's up? Oh, shit. You got the MCU'S Bleeding Edge logo now on your shit? Damn, bro. You're smart. Good move, bro.
Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, hello everyone. This is Andreas Poco Guy. This is my channel, Andreas Poco Guy 10%. Today, I'm up to 916 subscribers. So I want to thank everyone from the MCU'S Bleeding Edge community. You guys have been very helpful. Very soon, me and Jeff will be back again to do a live stream review on The Winter Soldier. That's going to be scheduled very soon.
Oh shit!
And,
okay.
Yeah, next Sunday. So just let you know. So next Sunday.
Master. Yes, master.
April 7th. I'm gonna review that movie because it's 10th anniversary. And and then I'll post other content here soon to begin with April, which is crazy, folks. We're gonna be in April next Monday, which is crazy. So yes, thank you, bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting me. Please help me in Cyber to hit that mark, 2024, to increase our subscribers count. So thank you.
The ones who live finale, bitch. What's up? Cyberneticshark, sir.
Right,
there you go. You don't have our logo.
No, I don't. Well, everyone out there, thank you for watching tonight. If you enjoyed my moderating or enjoyed me on the panel, you can check out my solo content. You can find me under Cyberneticshark pretty much on any social media platform. YouTube is my main base. And as you can see there, my most recent is The Strangers Chapter 1 trailer reaction, so definitely check that out. Borderlands as well. I just put up a Pacific Rim mini review earlier today, so definitely go check that out as well. I'll be having my Kung Fu Panda 4 review up soon, and a few other trailers and reviews. And definitely check that shit out. It's fun. It's funny. Little shorts there. You can see it. I did bring it on. 10 things I hate about you.
Little Pacific Rim short action.
Yep. And definitely check that stuff out. Currently still at 759. Thank you to all the new people that have been subscribing.
Cyber, how's Roadhouse?
I liked it better than the original.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Roadhouse.
You might have to review it.
Roadhouse.
All right, what do you think, Allan? You ready to handle some plugs maybe for the Black Lincoln Collective?
Yeah, yes, I do. First of all, guys, please support my two buddies here, Andre and Cybershark. I mean, watch their. I watched.
Just call him Shark.
Oh yeah, Shark. Yeah. I actually log on their stuff, and when it comes to movies and stuff, and I watch their stuff and get their reviews, because then that way at least I know them and I trust them, so you guys should support them. We're the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. I mean, we're a comedy podcast. We basically just talk about shit. It'll be like if you're sitting on the couch with your buddies and talking, that's us. We don't have no agenda. We basically just do whatever we do and talk whatever we want to talk about, and that's about it. Please subscribe if you want to. If you don't, hey, it's whatever you guys want to do, man.
There you go, guys. You could take it or like it.
Exactly.
Okay, as far as the MCU'S Bleeding Edge goes, straight up, props to Idris pop culture guy and Cyberneticshark. We're almost at 43K subscribers. That is awesome. 50K is like huge.
That's what she said.
I mean, seriously, Cyber, is that not huge?
I would say 100,000 is a little.
No,
more.
but 50K is huge, isn't it?
Not really.
I mean, it's 50K is a step away from 100K.
Halfway, yeah.
It's
halfway
50K from 100K.
That's what I'm saying. It's a step to 100K.
Yeah.
You said 100K is straight, right?
100K is more of like the level of some higher YouTubers that have gone on to have good success. So
I agree. Yes, 100K is the level. You got to get to that level. But 50K is that step we need to get to 100K.
Well, we got to get to 45 and 50 and 55 and 60.
Well, that's what I'm saying. According to some crackhead whore that I met on the street, she told me mathematically that it was necessary to cross that threshold. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Allan.
There you go, 50K.
Anyways, on the MCU'S Bleeding Edge, you see we've got some good shit here. We've got some stuff. And we've also got some other good shit and some other stuff. Look at that. Wonderful.
They got stuff.
Some stuff, some shit, some shows. It's all good. There you go. MCU'S Bleeding Edge, folks. We love ya. Oh, it's 50K subscribers. That shit is crazy. I mean, seriously. Somewhat responsible for Idris pop culture guy, believe it or not. Whoever would have thought. Anyways, Cyber, if it's okay with you, I'll take us out.
Duh.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
What hasn't ever changed? It's okay. I'm taking out.
I'm here today to meet the woman of my dreams. I've been talking to this girl on the internet for a while. I've actually been trying to save some money to go see this woman.
Did you talk to her online?
I go to the library, believe it or not, to talk to this woman. I met her on MySpace, and she's a very beautiful woman. She's tall, skinny, she's redhead, very beautiful.
You met her in the library.
Why don't we do it this way? Because you've never met her before.
Never met her.
Well, then I'm going to ask you to leave for a few moments, and we'll want to bring her out, let the audience meet her, and then we can both observe you two meeting, which will be a nice moment in your life, okay? So if you would just
all right, thanks a lot.
leave her. We'll have you back in a moment. Thank you. So her name is Joby. Let's bring out Joby.
Joby. Okay.
Hi, Joby.
Okay.
Jerry.
Okay.
You are. You met here, Brad, here on the internet.
Yes, we met on MySpace.
On MySpace.
MySpace.
And what attracted you to him?
He was cute. He seemed very nice in the message he sent me.
Yeah. And you think this could be the one?
Yes.
That's it.
And
I have a secret to tell him.
You have a secret to tell him?
Yes.
And your secret is?
I'm a man, Jerry. he says he wants to meet me. You know, he tried to get a bus ticket or whatever.
Yeah.
I said I'd just call the Jerry Springer show. You know, because then it'll give it more of a spell.
Yeah, I would have called. I would have called.
Well, let's see what what his reaction is going to be. But you really care about him. This isn't just to play a trick on someone. You really want him to be okay with you.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
do you think, Cyber?
Well, let's bring him out now. Okay, how about a nice hand? Let's bring him back now. Here's Brad.
No. I was like,
no.
Goodbye.
I was kind of nervous on national TV, I know, but like, I wanted to ask, like, maybe, like, you could be my girlfriend.
Well, Brad, I have to tell you, I'm a man.
I'll try anything once.
I like it that they're cheering Jerry. He had nothing to do with it.
You're supposed to be ending the show, sir. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know, man. I just got thrown off by that.
He's like, I tried anything once.
That clip. I mean, I can try everything once.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and read it, you was soft. All you know is